In this video, I want to show you guys how to make a picture frame. We're going to be making them out of hardwoods, and we're going to add some detail to them using some spline miters to make them look really cool. All right, so we're going to take a closer look at this picture frame really quick. First thing we're going to look at is the cross section of the material. This is about 3/4 by 3/4, 3/4 by 3/4, and it's got a rabbet cut out of the back. The rabbet is 1/2 an inch deep and 1/4 of an inch wide. Now, what really matters with a picture frame is that the picture needs to be made for a standard size picture. It needs to be slightly bigger so it can easily drop in like so. This is made for a 5x7 picture, but you can pick another standard size, 4x6, 5x7, 8.5 by 11, larger things, as long as we have a purpose for it. So after you pick your size, we're going to take some measurements of this. So first of all, you notice that the picture frame piece actually needs to be longer than the picture itself. In this case, it needs to be about 1/2 inch longer on each side, but let's plan for 2 inches longer total so we have some extra room to make some mistakes. So we want each piece for a 5x7 picture frame. The 7-inch piece, we would like that to be actually 9 inches long. For the 5-inch piece, we'd like that to actually be 7 inches long. All right, let's go select some wood. Next thing we're going to do is select some wood for it. This piece over here is maple, and this piece over here is a little bit darker red cherry. This one has some interesting grain in it. We could also use poplar as well, but we want to choose one of these woods to start out. You're going to take one over to the chop saw and cut a block for an efficient use of material, at least 24 inches long. The next step is to start making the profile for these, but you have to get a block that's usable on the table saw first, a section of wood. So this is about 9 inches this way, 9 inches this way, so that's 18 plus 7 plus 7, 14 plus 18 is 32 inches, would be about one picture frame. This piece here is 34, so it happens to be just right. But if you had a piece that was much longer, I'd say you wouldn't want to use anything much longer than 6 feet or so to be taking over to the table saw. If you have a much bigger frame, you want to figure it out so that you can get maybe 2 sides on one side and 2 sides on the other. And if you do have a large piece that you need to cut down, take it to the miter saw and get a good measurement for getting the pieces out that you need. Next, take your block to the planer and the jointer to control at least 3 surfaces, 2 sides and an edge, so that it's ready to take to the table saw to rip the strips out that you want to make your frame out of. In preparation for making the actual stock that we make picture frames out of, we need to make the rectangles, the squares that in this case that come out of this piece of wood. So first I'm going to rip every piece of this board this way, and if I hadn't already perfectly planed this to 3/4 of an inch, I would also rip it on the other side as well. So I'll set the blade height, I'll set the fence, and I'll turn on the dust collector and let's get started.